Peace. What's the word? What's the word, everybody? Peace. What's happening? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid, man, before I start building on the subject matter for the day. Again, I'm back for round two, man. I went live earlier this morning, and I told y'all I would possibly tap back in later on this evening, so I got a little downtime, maybe 30 minutes or so, to get another build off my chest, man. Y'all see the topic or the title of this stream, so y'all already know the energy that's about to come with this particular topic and subject matter, man. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to tap back in for round two. We're doing the 2 a days, you know what I'm saying? The inspiration, the grind don't stop. Unless I get a client to pop up on me. Y'all know how that go. Speaking of that, we tapping in, though. We tapping in. Magic Realms, peace, what's happening? Montel, peace, what's the word? What's the word? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Back for round two in this thing. Back for round two, man. Y'all see what it is, man. We talking about being original, being authentic, and how that makes people uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? When you stay true to your roots, when you live out your truth, live out your reality, it's going to make people around you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So we got to discuss this. We got to talk about these things and how to maneuver, you know what I'm saying? How to navigate through life when you staying true to your roots, when you staying true to yourself, when you being original, when you being authentic. It's a certain way that you got to move when you dealing with the masses, when you dealing with the average person. Montel and Magic, man, everything is peaceful my way, man. Again, center, balance, all of that, man. We just realizing some things, man, and we internalizing some things, man, and we move according to what we realize and internalize. That's all we doing on my side of town. That's how we moving. Lindell, peace. What's the word? Cultivator Sports, peace. What's happening? What's the word? You know, and that's a lot of the problems that we are facing today, man. It revolves around people lacking originality, man. Everybody just emulating, not staying true to themselves, acting like everybody else, not knowing their true selves and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So that's causing a lot of problems. That's causing a lot of self-hatred. So when you're not living out your truth, you're living out somebody else's truth. And sooner or later, that's going to affect you. You know, once you realize and deep down inside that you're not living out your reality, you're not living in a way that is conducive to your overall growth and development, health and well-being, like that's going to impact you negatively eventually. And once it does, man, that's when you start to become destructive, when you realize, man, you living somebody else's truth out. Like it's going to destroy you internally. And then once it destroys you internally, then you're going to take it outward. You know what I'm saying? It start destroying people that look just like you. You know what I'm saying? So this is the origin of a lot of the nonsense that we see, man. People living out somebody else's reality, man. Somebody that molded them since birth, since they was a child, then told them this is the way of life that they should live. This is the way of life that's best suited for them. And they listened to them. And it really went against how they truly should be living. And then once they get of age and they start realizing it's some nonsense, it's almost too late in the game for some of them. MC, peace, what's the word? What's the word? Jeremiah, peace, what's happening? Goddess, peace, queen, what's the word? But yeah, man, just being original, being authentic, staying true to yourself in regards to when you just having the average conversation with a person, man, you get met with a lot of backlash, a lot of resistance. You lose a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that was like family, friends, and all that type of stuff, man, they stop rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So people distance themselves from you when you start staying true to yourself, as if you got like the cooties or something. Like people are afraid of you. You know what I'm saying? Once you start standing up for things that you believe in that goes against the status quo, it's like people start to distance themselves from you. And a lot of times, see, that's cool, but when it happens initially, you know what I'm saying, it kind of tampers with you, it kind of messes with you. A lot of people don't understand it like that, man. We was just cool 1 minute, and then when I start subscribing to something else, then now all of a sudden you want to act like I don't exist and things like that, man. So a lot of people don't understand these type of things when it first happen. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. You know what I'm saying? You came into a truth, your truth, and you living out that truth, and you don't have any problem expressing it. The people that's around you that's not subscribing to that truth, they're not going to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your purpose, it's your truth, it's your reality, it's your vision. They're not going to understand it, especially if it's at odds with what they subscribe to and what they believe. You know what I'm saying? So since a lot of people are not open and objective, like you're going to get met with their resistance. And I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's a close friend, whoever it is, I don't care. A lot of people ain't equipped to deal with something that goes against what they've been subscribing to for years, you know what I'm saying, for most of their life. Like when you come out the gate and you say, man, listen, I done found out, I discovered some new information that's basically telling me that everything we'd have been taught back in the day was a lie. Like, most people can't handle that. But when you initially come into that truth, when you initially come across information, like, this is how we are wired. You know what I'm saying? We are wired to, we can't wait to share information. We like to share information. So when you're a young bull, especially if you come into this information or some of the information and some of your truths while you're young, we are wired to, we ready to share that information. And the first people you're going to share that information with, family and friends, those closest to you. And again, those are the individuals that's going to shoot you down instantly. But we can't wait to share that information. Like, man, I just learned this about the foods that I've been eating. I need to share this information. I just learned this about this culture that I'm about to subscribe to. I got to share it with somebody. And we rush and share it with people, man. And then the moment you share it with them, then it's like people instantly shooting you down simply because they not ready for it. And they may never be ready for it because it may not be their way. It may not be their purpose. It may not be their truth. And we got to be able to understand that. When you start coming into your truth and your reality and you living it out, especially if it goes against the status quo, goes against the mainstream, you got to be prepared for that. Most of the time, I would even encourage people not to be so quick to share this information. Just live out your reality, man. You don't have to share this type of, you don't have to share certain things with individuals, man, because they're going to shoot it down and they're going to have you questioning everything. They're going to have you questioning yourself. And some of these people have strong influences over our lives. So again, if you're a young bull and you coming into a culture or a way of life and you feel the need to want to share it with your parents, like them, the parents have a strong influence over the mind of a child. So your parents may have a strong enough influence over you to get you to say, you know what, nah, I'm tripping. I'm not about to subscribe to this anymore, man. I'm just tripping. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the back burner. I'm good. I ain't subscribing to it. And it's all because of the influence of the parents, man. So, hey, when you come across something and your gut is telling you that this is right and exact, this is righteous, roll with it. Roll with it. Static, peace, what's the word? Akuma, peace, what's happening? Oh, Kuma, I already know, man. Like I said, when I was doing the music thing and I started changing up my message, a lot of people wasn't rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that I would rap about. You know what I mean? Like when I changed up my message, man, and I started putting more information, more jewels into my music, it's crazy because when I was talking about the destructive nonsense like everybody else, when I was putting all that type of stuff in music, everybody was cool. But the moment I started talking about religion and all that type of stuff in music, then everybody looking at me crazy. So I can talk about shooting people up knowing I'm not about to do it. But then the moment I start putting bars in there about religion, everybody want to be like, nah, dude tripping. I ain't rocking with dude. I literally had situations, man, I'm going to give y'all some, you know what I'm saying? I literally had situations where I would have dudes around me, right? And they would be they'd have like girlfriends at the time. And they girlfriends would suggest that they not hang around me because of some of the things I was talking about. Like I literally had situations like that. I literally had homeboys that was telling me like that they girl at the time was like, man, you shouldn't be hanging around dude. He be on Facebook talking bad about religion and things like that. Literally, man, I done had dudes tell me that they girlfriends at the time, and I'm talking about I'm 19, 20. So I done had dudes tell me that they girls did not want them hanging around me because of what I was talking about at that time. It's crazy. Very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that, you know what I'm saying, when you start coming into certain information and certain cultures, like people are intimidated. They're intimidated because it challenges it challenges what they have been subscribing to or subscribed to. You know what I'm saying? It challenges that. It challenges their norm, and they don't like that. But I had homeboys like, man, my girl said I shouldn't be hanging around you, man, because of what you be talking about. Like that's crazy. And again, like I said, I'm 19, I'm 20, you know, and they discouraging dudes from hanging around me because I'm out here doing the knowledge. But you'll want your dude to hang around dudes who hitting the streets, hitting the block and whatnot, slinging drugs and doing all that type of stuff. But simply because I'm out here reading, I'm doing things like that, then they want to say, oh, nah, you can't hang around. You can't hang around, dude. You can't hang around. Dominique, peace, what's happening? Hey, Magic Realms, yeah, that book is a jewel for sure. But yeah, man, I'm out here reading, man, just, you know what I'm saying, doing the knowledge, man, consuming information. And they girls like, nah, don't hang around, dude, he crazy. But then if you hanging around, you know what I'm saying, dudes that's up to no good out here, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I had a few little situations like that where I'll be with dudes, man, they tell me that they girl see what I'm posting on Facebook, and they're like, nah, you don't need to hang around, dude. That's crazy. Marcus, peace, what's happening? So that's the type of stuff that started happening once I started living out my truth, living out my reality. You got people that was like literally afraid to either associate with me themselves, or if they was in a relationship, have their partner associate with me. Like, this is what was really happening. People afraid of what I stand for because, again, it challenges their status quo. It challenges their opinion. It challenges their beliefs. And people are afraid of it because, again, people are afraid of the truth. I'm not afraid of anything that challenges what I am subscribing to. That's science. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for ways to disprove what it is that I'm subscribing to. So I welcome somebody that's coming from another way of life. I welcome that person. You know what I'm saying? That's going to broaden my horizon. That's going to broaden my horizons out here. You know what I'm saying? So I welcome a person that challenges my opinion, challenges my belief. I'm not about to run away from that person. I'm not about to say, man, don't hang around that person. No, bring that person in. Let's chop it up. Let's debate. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a conversation. Let's have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? So I welcome that. But most people do not welcome that. Most people see that you different and they say, nah, we ain't rocking with him. We ain't rocking with him. You do not associate with said individual. He gonna turn you against this religion. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have you worshiping devils out here. Like, people literally thought that's what I was on at some point for whatever reason. Dean, peace, what's happening? What's the word? Appreciate you tapping in. Oh, Kuma, for sure. Yeah, man, they they definitely run to that Bible. You know what I'm saying? They run to the Bible. And a lot of times, and I'm gonna be honest with you too, I'm gonna be completely honest, man. A lot of people run to the Bible, not only the Bible, but they run to those like Christianity and being like they run to those religions and the church simply because, and I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? The church is not necessarily, like, it doesn't really have any structure. They don't enforce laws. They're not gonna run to things like Islam for the most part. Like, Islam is too structured for them. You know what I'm saying? Islam it requires too much discipline. You know what I'm saying? When you go towards some of these, like the Western religions, when you go to like Christianity and things like that, man, it ain't no discipline, it ain't no structure. As long as you repent for your sins, you all good. You all good in the hood. So yeah, a lot of them clean to that. A lot of them go right to that Bible. The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife. Ray, peace, what's happening? Or Court, what's happening? You say people just want to stay living in their illusion. For sure. For sure. And see, my problem with that, though, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? If you want to live out your truth, be my guest. But my problem is when you start shunning everybody else's lifestyle, everybody else's culture, and you won't even give them the time of day to chop it up with you, but you expect for them to listen to everything that you are saying pertaining to your lifestyle and your culture. See, that's when I start having problems with people. You know what I'm saying? You want me to listen to everything that you saying about your life, about your reality, but then when I try to reciprocate that energy, then now you want to try to shut me down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. If I allow you to get your stuff off your chest in regards to your lifestyle, your culture, whatever it is that you believe in or subscribe to, then give me that same respect. Allow me to express myself. Allow me to express my stance. Oh, God is for sure, man. I'm telling you. And that's a topic, man. And that was the topic that used to get me not in the most trouble, but you know what I'm saying? That was the topic right there. That was the topic. You know what I'm saying? Once I fully did away with religion, telling you, in a black community, when you do away with religion, everybody automatically start talking about being tempted by Satan and devils and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when I fully, like, that was like the hardest thing in life, being a black person saying, you know what, I'm done with religion. Like, I don't subscribe to any religion. I don't deal with these religions. Like, being black, coming up in a religious household, and doing away with religion, like, that's almost like the worst thing you can do. That's almost like coming out as a homosexual way back in the day in them old school households. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you denounce religion and you black and then you young too, oh nah, that's a problem. That's a problem. People definitely can't understand that. Like, your people's finna be looking at you like you crazy, you tempted by the devil, you tempted by Satan. All the while, it ain't none of that. All the while, I'm just living my truth because it never really resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just old enough to understand why now, and I'm old enough to do some research. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, the stuff never sat well with me anyway. But now I'm older, now I'm able to do my own type of, you know what I'm saying, grab my own or create my own insight, do my own research and knowledge, and now there we go. You know, so again, like people don't understand. But when I dropped the religion, like that was it. You know what I'm saying? You can make other decisions, other moves, but when you denounce that religion, man, them black people, you have now been registered officially as crazy in the black household. In the black household, whole while pastors and all the people in the church doing all type of wicked things, but simply because you just denounce religion, now you are the problem. You are literally the problem, man. Come on, man. I got stories for days in regards to things that I have seen, hypocritical ways and actions, contradictory ways and actions from religious people. And that's cool because we could be walking contradictions. A lot of us are hypocritical, man, but I'm talking about the judgment is crazy. The judgment is crazy in regards to a lot of the religious folks back then, especially when I started asking questions, which ultimately led to me denouncing it. You know what I'm saying? I was asking some real good questions and people was getting, you know, offended, mad, all that type of stuff, just in their feelings and things like that, man. I was just honestly asking questions because I didn't understand some things. And then when you don't get the answers that you are looking for, or if you don't get any answers at all, and you somebody like me, you curious, you about to find some answers. You know what I'm saying? If we celebrate some holidays, and I'm asking you like, yo, why we celebrate this holiday? Like, why are we doing this? Why do we celebrate this day? And you're not giving me a good answer, or if you're not giving me an answer at all, then I'm about to do some research. And you probably not gonna like my research. Oh yeah, Dominique, for sure. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Being a black sheep, especially on that end. And religion always comes up because if y'all know, like I said, man, being in the black household, I feel like that's one of the first things when you coming into knowledge yourself. And I swear by this, I feel like that's one of the first things that you gonna start wrestling with, your religious affiliation. You know what I'm saying? They already say black people are spiritual by nature. So when you start researching, one of the first questions you're going to start asking yourself is like, it's going to revolve around your religious affiliation. Because more than likely, if you are black in the wilderness of North America, you was brought up in a religious household. Now, it may not be strictly religious, but the household may be religious. It may be a few Bibles in the house, and people may claim to be Christian, Baptist, Catholic, Lutheran, whatever they claim to be. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely, if you was brought up in a black household, then it's going to be some religious affiliation. So when you start coming into knowledge of self, like that's going to be one of the first things that you start to wrestle with, finding out the truth in that department. Because when you start really studying your history, that's one of the first things that it's going to lead you towards, like, hey man, why are we worshiping this? Like, this ain't what we should be worshiping. It's inevitable. There's no way that you can truly study black history and not come across some things that's letting you know that Christianity and all this type of stuff is not really what we should be fooling with. That's inevitable, man. There's no way you can honestly study your history and not come across that. It's just no way. If you honestly studying African history, black history, whatever you want to refer to it as, there's no way you will come away with, there's no way that you would study that history and it will lead you to the conclusion that Christianity and all these modern day religions are right and exact. There's no way. There's no possible way. There is no possible way. If you choose to remain affiliated with these religions, then that's your choice. And you just denying the facts and the evidence, you know what I'm saying, because of your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to make your moms mad. You don't want to upset your grandmother. See, a lot of times people don't even understand, like, that's the reason why most of us are religious in the first place. Because that was our upbringing. Like I said, if you was born in the Middle East, more than likely you would be like a Muslim or something. You know what I'm saying? If you was born somewhere in India, more than likely you would be gravitating toward Buddhism. So a lot of times we are only religious due to our upbringing and the region we have grown up in. You know what I'm saying? So if you was born around a bunch of atheists, more than likely you would turn out to be an atheist. So that's one of the main reasons why we are religious in the first place. You know what I'm saying? One of the main reasons we religious, man. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's passed it down because she got it from her moms. You know what I'm saying? And your grandmother was a Christian or a Baptist, and now your grandmother isn't here anymore. So the emotional connection with religion. You don't want to denounce it because you feel like you're upsetting the family. You feel like you're letting the family down. Things like that, man. So that's one of the main reasons why we gravitate and cling to some of these religions in the first place. So again, it can be uncomfortable to disconnect from these religions. It can be uncomfortable because in order to disconnect, you literally going against your fam at that point, for the most part. Oh, cool, man. Listen, man, don't even. I know a lot of, man, listen, the church is very corrupted. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that's controlling the churches, first of all, people don't see it like the unseen hand, man, how these white folks fund these churches and how these white folks kind of control and dictate the message of these churches. See, they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. But then when you got like deacon boards and all that type of stuff, man, it's a lot of corruption that goes on in the churches, a lot of corruption. We already know how the Catholic priests and all that get down, touching little boys and whatnot. Like, it's a lot of corruption that goes on in the church. A lot of corruption. And a lot of people don't question these pastors enough. These pastors, deacons, bishops, saints, whatever you want to call them. These imams, if you're looking at Islam and all of that, man, we don't question them enough. We don't question them nearly enough, at least in my opinion. We don't question them enough, man. Like, people act like they can do no wrong. People act like people treat the pastor like a doctor, you know what I'm saying? If the pastor said it, then it's right and exact. If the pastor said it, then it's righteous. Well, let's analyze the pastor. Let's analyze the pastor, see how he living. Oh yeah, Dean, for sure. You better not question it. And you know what I'm saying? And that's honestly, and that's, people don't understand, that's what kind of created my rebellious mentality, because I started off asking questions. And then people, you know what I'm saying, the response I was getting toward the questions, like, dude, like, hold on, I'm just asking a question. So, you know what I'm saying, once I feel like I'm getting attacked for asking questions, now you creating that rebellious mentality. You know what I'm saying? That rebellious mentality is going to manifest because I'm just asking questions. And now you getting all offended, man. I'm trying to get a better understanding of this way of life that I feel like is forced upon me. You know what I'm saying? You baptizing a child at 6 like they understand what's going on. They don't understand what's going on. No, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You baptizing a child at 6 like they really thoroughly understand what this even means and the implications surrounding it. Like, I feel like that's force. You know what I'm saying? Let me get old enough to make that decision for myself. But we try to force a way of life on a child instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what you mean? Like, what am I'm getting baptized at 6. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, Joshua, man, I'm telling you. And Andrew, peace, what's happening? Yeah, people definitely afraid of the truth, man. They say the truth hurts the guilty, but people are definitely afraid of the truth, man. And again, when I started coming into a lot of this knowledge, man, it was a lot of truth. I was coming into a lot, like, listen, the way that I eat, you know what I'm saying, or the way that I was eating. When I started researching and reading these books, I'm like, dang, man, the way I've been eating has been killing me. So it was what I did, man. I didn't get offended. I didn't get in my feelings. I was like, man, I need to make some changes. But the average person, when you critique the average person and they plate, what they do, they get offended. I'm going to die anyway type stuff. No, when I read some information that told me to stop eating the pork, stop eating the chicken, stop eating all that nonsense, I was like, all right, cool. I didn't look at it like I'm going to die anyway. No, I was thinking about my life. I was like, no, I want to live a long quality life, man. And this book is making sense. And then the book that I read after this is making more sense. And then the book I read after this is making even more sense. And they all saying the same thing. So I didn't get offended. You know what I'm saying? That truth, learning that truth was beautiful for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it started with the one book and now you researching based off of that. And it's like it's all connected. You know what I'm saying? It's all adding up. It's all making sense. So the truth is beautiful, man. I feel like that truth definitely extended my lifespan, man, because I feel like I was on a path to self-destruction, man, with the way that I was eating and living. Just trash, man. So I came across information that was challenging the status quo for me at that time in regards to what I thought was the proper diet, so to speak. Then I was coming across things telling me to eat 1 meal a day, like the proper food combinations and all that type of stuff. I was like, man, I ain't never heard of this type of stuff before. But I didn't shun it. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't look at it like, oh, this is stupid. This is crazy. No, I was open to it. I was open to some new information. I was open to a new lifestyle. I didn't know what veganism was. And then I started researching and I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, this seemed like it's like restrictive, but man, it's making sense. I can see that based off of how I'm feeling. So I didn't instantly shun it. And I feel like being open to new information, new cultures, new lifestyles, extended my life big time. Like it extended my life big time, man. Just me not being afraid to be open to new things. Like that has, like, we gotta, like, especially my brothers, man. A lot of black, like, we stubborn in certain departments. A lot of us are definitely stubborn when it comes to nutrition and whatnot, like, let alone religion, but a lot of us are stubborn when it comes to changing those eating habits. And that's one of those things that, like, religion, man, that's a belief. You know what I'm saying? That's a belief system. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna believe in what we believe in. We all gonna subscribe to what we subscribe to. But nutrition, this ain't even a matter of belief. This ain't a matter of something to subscribe to. It's a matter of fact. It's a matter of facts. Like, the things that we are eating are destroying us. So it's a matter of facts, man. Like, it's these things we can't even deny. When you look at the top 10 killers of our people, man, like 60, 70, 80% of the things that's on that list is connected to our lifestyle choices. Brandon, peace, what's happening? So we gotta understand these things. When it comes to nutrition, man, this ain't the time to be stubborn. You on all this different medication, and somebody is literally telling you, listen, everything that you eating is contributing to you being on all these meds. It's got to make sense because you on these meds for a reason. So why argue with that person? Why give that person resistance when they telling you, hey, you need to stop eating X, Y, and Z, which is the main staple of your diet and your regimen at the time, and you on all these different pills, man. You on blood pressure pills, man. You taking things for your heart, your diet. You're a diabetic. All of this. And when we analyze your current regimen, we telling you to eliminate the main staples. Obviously, if you've been eating this most of your life, then that is got to have something to do with you developing these ailments and these diseases. But then when somebody tells you to eliminate X, Y, and Z, now you have a problem. Come on, man. It's not a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of belief when it comes to changing up the so-called diet or just making nutritional changes, man. It's a matter of facts. Like, we are dying, we are suffering. And a lot of this suffering, man, is self-inflicted. We eating our way to this grave, man. We drinking our way to this grave. You know what I'm saying? We got to make better decisions. And again, it's facts. It's a matter of facts. You know that you should not be eating that late in the day, man. You know that you should not be eating that trash food. You know you shouldn't be eating that fast food. I should say not trash food, fast food. You know what I'm saying? You know you shouldn't be eating that on a day-to-day basis. You probably eating it 2 to 3 times a day. You know that that's not healthy. You know that that's not healthy. You know that eating them sweets, you know what I'm saying? You know that that's not healthy for you. You know that that's not healthy, man. Come on, man. You know that it's not healthy. You know that you're not eating enough vegetables, man. You know that you're not eating enough greens. You know that you're not consuming enough fruits. You know that you're not drinking enough water. You know that these things are not healthy. You know drinking this alcohol every day is tearing you up. You know that. Come on, man. You know them cigarettes is killing you. You know these things, man. You know these things. So when somebody comes along and lets you know, like, hey, you shouldn't be consuming this, you shouldn't be drinking this, and here's why, man, be open. Because that person literally is trying to save your life. Trying to save your life, man. So be open to that person, man. When somebody presents that type of information to you, they coming to you for a reason, man, because they feel like you would benefit from this information. Don't turn your nose up at that person. Don't turn your nose up at that person, man. Stop rejecting these people so quickly, man. They coming to you for a reason, man. You are literally ignoring your blessing, man. Because that person didn't have to share that information with you. You know what I'm saying? The person didn't have to do it. Shadow, peace, what's happening? Kuma for sure. And I actually just had somebody bring that up to me in regards to the longevity of life mentioned in, like, the Bible, and even outside of the Bible, it's mentioned in other cultures too about people living long lives and whatnot. Now, of course, we don't necessarily have the actual proof of people living that long, but again, when you analyze sort of how life was lived at that particular point in time, then I can see it. You know what I'm saying? They was way more active. They was living according to nature. So they was rising when the sun rose, and they was going to sleep when the sun went down and things like that. They was out in the sun working, So they were staying active, and the foods that they were consuming was more fresh than the foods that we consume. So things like that, they wasn't consuming a lot of processed foods, man, and they was just out here living according to nature. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way our ancestors got down. They was living according to nature. Like, they was one with nature. A lot of times, especially in the wilderness of North America, we not one with nature. And that's why a lot of us have these imbalances. Like something, for instance, as working the graveyard shift. Like when you work overnight, that literally goes against nature. Like that's literally unhealthy. Just that schedule alone in and of itself is unhealthy. Working overnight. Like we were not designed to work overnight. That's literally an unhealthy schedule. But some of us, we have to do what we have to do. But that's literally you going against nature. It was not designed for you, like literally. It's certain hormones that are released when the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like melatonin, like things that are supposed to calm the body down, get the body prepared to rest. Like literally, that's how your body is wired. Your body is wired to release certain hormones that get you ready to rest when the sun goes down. And then when the sun comes up, now it's other hormones being released for your body to get time to get active. Like, that's literally how your body works. Your body is all wise and intelligent. So when you work in opposition to that, it's like now you working in reverse. Now you throwing your body off. You throwing the body off, and the body don't like that. And that creates a lot of imbalances. Blue Anomaly, peace. What's that? And Eugene, peace. What's the word? You know what I'm saying? So we literally are living in opposition to nature. And that's what's creating a lot of these imbalances, man. They literally set it up a way to where we are literally living in opposition to nature, man. We supposed to be rising with the sun, and we supposed to be retiring with the sun. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're supposed to be, man. But we not living like that, man. And that's one of the reasons why, you know what I'm saying, we not living as long, man. Like literally, if we lived according to nature, like everybody would see 100, unless something drastic happened. You know what I'm saying? If we lived according to nature, like dying at like people like 75 and 80, man, that's young energy. You know what I'm saying? That's young energy. We'd be out here living to 120. You know what I'm saying? Like 75 and 80, that's young folk. That's young folk. That's a young bull. You know what I'm saying? But we live in opposition to nature, man. So we think it's normal for your body to start breaking down at 40. Like that's how we be talking. We hit 30 and we think, all right, man, my body breaking down. That's old age at 35, 40. Like, come on, man. That's not really how that's supposed to be going down, man. We supposed to be taking care of ourselves. You 35 and you 40, man, your body ain't supposed to be breaking down to where you can barely walk and things along those lines, man. And you can't walk without getting tired. 2 steps, now you're tired. Like, that's not normal at 35 and 40. That's normal for a person that's not taking care of themselves. You know, so a lot of people don't be realizing that, man. But we got a twisted, convoluted view of the aging process in the wilderness of North America, man. People in other cultures don't view it how we view it. They don't view it how we view it, man. I know too many people that call themselves old, and they literally not old. You know what I'm saying? They just hit 50, and they like, man, it's old age. I'm old. No, you're not. You're not. It's all about your perception, man. You're not old. You know what I'm saying? You're not old at all, man. Not old at all. You 45 talking about you old. Like, it's not old. But again, we're in the wilderness of North America. We'd have been trained to view these particular ages as old. That little age range as old. Kuma for sure. And what causes that process to break down? Obviously, lifestyle choices. You know what I'm saying? Lifestyle choices, from the foods that we eat to the thoughts that we entertain. You know what I'm saying? The thoughts that we entertain and think. That's what causes that process to break down. Again, going against nature. And it's a lot of different ways that we go against nature. So anytime you go against nature, then you going against your body. You going against yourself. You know, so when you go against nature, you tearing your body up. You tearing your body down. You breaking the body down. So we got to stop going against nature. Like, that is literally causing a lot of problems. That is literally causing a lot of problems, man, with the body, man, just internally. And it's causing problems externally. You know what I'm saying? Them trying to control the weather and all that type of stuff, man, trying to control nature at this point. That's causing a lot of problems with Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? So it causes problems internally and externally. But we got to change. We got to shift the perspective, man, shift the mentality in regards to how we see ourselves as far as like aging and all that type of stuff go. Oh, Wayne, for sure, man. Hey, RIP Dolph. For sure. You already know, man. Everybody, crazy thing is, not only do we have haters, right? And again, y'all know how I be looking, man. When I see lights pull up in this joint, I gotta tap in, man. When I see lights, like what's cracking? I'm tapping in. All right, we got lights, but not only do we have haters, which at the end of the day, like the people that openly let me know that they don't like me, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the open races, like the overt races. When you let me know you don't like black people out the gate, I got a lot of respect for you because I know where you stand. It's the ones, like they say, the backstabbers, man, the people that's smiling in your face. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. But fortunately enough, like I said, I've had situations in my life to where these people have betrayed me more than enough in younger years. So I was able to learn from this type of stuff earlier. You know what I'm saying? I was able to learn that, man, it be the people that's right up under you that'll do some dirt to you. I was able to learn this lesson early in life. You know what I'm saying? Your open enemies, the people that don't like you out the gate, like, I'm cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like, all right, I know I'm going over here with such and such. I know they don't like me, so I already know the type of energy I'm going to receive. It be the ones where you feel like the energy is cool, and then they get you. They snakes. That's when you got to really watch your back. That's when you really got to watch your back. So, yeah, it ain't like the haters. Hey, I fool with the haters, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? When you let me know you don't like me out the gate, respect. But it's the ones that, man, y'all acting like the ones, you know what I'm saying, when you be on YouTube, the ones that's watching everything that you know what I'm saying, that you post. Sometimes they may like it, whole while they plotting. Whole while they got a hidden agenda. Whole while they got ulterior motives. Them individuals. Those are the individuals that we talk about. Brandon, man, hey, I have been there, done that several times in reference to people with an alcohol problem. People, like, the one thing about most of them is, like, they do not want to admit that they have a problem. They all think that they got it under control, and they all feel like they can stop whenever they need to. I don't even waste my time with a person that's like, that I would consider an alcoholic. I don't even do it anymore. No longer do that. That is very stressful because a lot of them are in denial, and that is too stressful. I don't have time for it. You know what I'm saying? You drinking every day to the point where you drunk and you swear up and down that you don't have a problem. I don't have time for that. If you don't think you have a problem, then hey, whatever happens to you, it's just gonna happen to you. And that was your choice. You decided to do it. I don't have any sympathy, man. I don't have any sympathy, man. Because what I'm not gonna do is stress myself out and destroy my health. Nope, not doing that. I've been there, done that. Not happening. Dudes be out here on all type. Dudes will be out here, like I said, man, dudes be out here with gout. Like y'all have heard me talk about gout plenty times. Even Western America, the Western doctors, the doctors that don't know nothing, they gonna tell you that alcohol causes the gout, or is one of the causes of gout. Like they literally will let you know that alcohol is linked to gout. And you will have dudes still be in denial. Still drinking alcohol, like, nah, it ain't the gout ain't caused that. It was something else. It wasn't the alcohol. I don't drink like that. Man, come on, man. I ain't got time for that. You literally have a condition to where one of the top two causes of it is alcohol consumption, and you still think it's not the alcohol. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. I don't have time for that at all, man. I'm not finna argue with a person that is literally right here. Every ounce of research you do is gonna say, hey, alcohol consumption linked to this, and you swear it ain't the alcohol because you swear you don't drink enough. Like, man, come on, man. Alcohol is, like, seriously, alcohol is one of them joints that's like under the radar things that's really destroying us and killing us, especially my brothers, man. It's a lot of dudes that just cannot put the alcohol up, like the beer and they can't put the alcohol up. And y'all see them guts, man. When you see a dude with that gut, like that big old, when you see a dude with that gut, more than likely he a heavy drinker. You know what I'm saying? And he cannot put the alcohol down, man. Stop drinking alcohol. It is not needed, man. Drink water. Drink water, man. Like just for the life of me, I don't really understand. I never understood it. I've never been a drinker, so I don't think it was meant for me to understand. But you drink yourself to a state to where you can't remember what happened. How is that fun, man? Like, what I don't get it, man. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Shadow for sure. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been talking about the jab in a minute, man, but I know, yeah, I got a lot of, I know a lot of things that then popped off with people that then got the jab, man, and they not faring too well. Like I said, man, I was supposed to start training the lady some weeks ago, and she got the second jab.